Me as an individual, I have a lot of flaws, and I like to acknowledge my flaws, acknowledge my imperfections, so I can now be aware of those, imperfections, and then make adjustments for the future so I can change and become better. With that being said, a flaw that I have that I notice within myself and something that has had a negative impact on my life is me being very inconsistent in a lot of things I do. Because I'm a very passionate person. I like to have, I'm very passionate in the things I do. I like to do a lot of things. And whenever I like to do a lot of things, I want to do that thing because I like to do it. It comes to a point where I hit like a wall almost. I hit a wall. And when I try to progress past that wall, it's like I use my motivation as a driving force for me to do the things I want to do or do the things I have to do, knowing that I need to do these things. I use motivation as a driving force instead of discipline. This video is going to kind of reference a couple of my videos, like the videos I made in the past. You feel me? This point right here I'm making kind of references the video I made about, motivation versus discipline. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you watch it. I use my motivation. I use, you know, the passion I have for doing something, or let's say I find something intriguing. I might have that initial spark within me to initially do it, but when it comes to long-term actual, doing this shit like a marathon, like long-term wise, I tend to always fall short because this is not something that I plan out for like the long run. You feel me? I just always do it for that short burst, and then I just get tired or I don't feel like doing it no more. Like, unless my back is against the wall type shit, I don't normally tap into that, discipline that I have within me to do the things that I have to do. But instead, I just do it whenever I feel like it. For example, the only time I really, like I said, the only time I really tap into doing things that I have to do despite the fact that I don't want to do it. Like, for example, nigga, I'd be like let's say me going to work, right? I have a job. If I don't go to work, I'm gonna get fired. So I have to go to work because the consequence is gonna be greater than the actual reward. As a kid, I was, I didn't really like to do my homework because homework is ass as fuck. Why do I have to do schoolwork outside of school? So, but my parents will always be on my ass about doing my homework. Like, if I didn't get my homework done, they will beat me. Like, they will whoop me if I didn't do my homework before I went to bed for the next day. Like, they will whoop me. So that made me do my homework. That made me be really consistent in doing my homework. That made me know I have to do my homework because I know the consequences are going to be heavier than me actually just doing the homework and just getting that shit out the way. And I've always wondered, why am I like this? Like, why am I programmed like this? Unless there's unless there's a heavy consequence that comes because I choose not to do something that I have to do. If I'm doing something, if I see something that I know is going to benefit me, or I see something that has to be done, but I don't see the direct consequence for it if I don't do it, I'm most likely not going to do that shit. Because if I'm not feeling it at the moment, I'm not going to do it. Because nigga, why do I have to do it? Why do I have to go out my way to do something when I know I could probably chillax and I could probably do something that I actually want to do? Through years of me noticing these patterns within myself, in times where I needed to do something but I choose not to do it because I didn't feel like doing it, I realized it really mostly boils down to comfortability. I'm comfortable in my position I'm at right now. I don't see the point of me having to actually go out my way to do something if I don't see there's a direct consequence or a heavy consequence that outweighs or is at least on the same level of tier as the reward that I'm gonna get from doing it. And that comfortability is I feel like a lot of niggas that don't really go through oppression or no form of trials or tribulation throughout their life have this sort of comfortability. For example, people in the suburbs, they don't know what it's like to be broke, so they never had that drive, that hunger to have to hustle and try to get a bag. But niggas in the hood, people that are in in the slums, they know what it's like to be at rock bottom, so they'll do whatever they can do to get to the top. Especially as a man, you have to have that oppression or that that force that makes you you have to go after the thing you have to go after, because there's there's literally opposition that is preying on your downfall, and there's literally shit that if you don't do it, then the other side is going to take over and you're going to be worse than you were before. And I realized I never had that oppressing force, that oppression in my life, because I really had my life really just handed to me. My life, I want to say I had it the easiest, but for the most part, my life was pretty, chill. Like, I ain't have to worry about what I was gonna eat the next day. I never had to worry about whether, whether I was gonna be homeless the next month or something. I never had to really worry about that shit. So, like, I always had basically everything handed to me. So I never had that oppressing force in my life where I needed to, fight against the odds and just come on top, because I know what's at the other side. I know what's at the bottom, because I never been at the bottom. And I also want to reference my "Don't Get Too Comfortable" video. In that video, I preached about, though my biggest fear is being too comfortable, getting too comfortable in life. And the thing is, I always get to that point where I'm getting too comfortable, but I catch myself, and that right there lights motivation within me to get uncomfortable. But once I'm uncomfortable for a long enough time, I stop being uncomfortable and I get comfortable again. You see how there's inconsistency in my actions? Like, that's literal inconsistency right there. Like, I tell you this, like, I'm very inconsistent with the way I move about, like, the things I want to do. And once I get to a level of I feel like I don't really feel like doing no more, I get inconsistent. And they say consistency is key, and that I 100% agree with that. You have to be relentless in whatever you're trying to do. Like, for example, this YouTube shit I'm doing right now, I've been having my foot on the gas because now I have something to. I'm not gonna get too deep into it now, probably in another video, but I have a reason for me to be this consistent as I've been, like, this past month and a half. I have a reason now. So because of that, they say you have to be consistent, and consistency is key. But I feel like the only way I could be consistent is through an oppressing force, or through, like I said, consequences. Like, I have to be able to see the consequence. There has to be a heavy consequence of whether, if I don't do this thing, then this shit is gonna happen to me, and this shit is gonna bite me in the ass bad. I have to be able to vividly see that. So that's going to get me on my shit. And, like, other tactics, like, having a journal and, like, writing down the things you need to do in a day, or telling yourself, like, trying to, like, basically, like, play mind games with yourself to do something that you don't want to do, but pretend as if you want to do it. All that shit don't work for me. None of that works, bro. Like, I literally tried doing that. Most of that don't really work for me, because, like, nigga, I know that if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. Like, for example, like, homework, like I said, or even, like, recording video. Sometimes I don't feel like sometimes recording video, so I might go a long ass time, like a period of me being inconsistent, because I don't want to record in that moment. Those moments I didn't feel like recording. So ultimately, the way I know how I can be consistent, and I don't know about y'all, I just making this video like kind of like a rant. It's just basically just talking to myself, but a way I know that I can be consistent is if I know there's a greater consequence that's gonna happen because I'm inconsistent in my actions. If I don't see that consequence, I'm gonna question, like, why do I have to do it? Like, why am I doing this for you? For me, like, why am I going out my way to do something I don't feel like doing? And as an adult, like I said, as a man, as an adult, you're gonna have responsibilities in life. You're gonna have things that you need to take care of, whether you want to take care of it or not. You're gonna have to do shit. You're gonna have to be consistent with it, like like bills, like, paying bills and shit. You don't consistently pay your bills every month, or like your rent every month, they're gonna kick you out, and they're gonna probably evict you. Like, they're gonna do shit. There's gonna be direct consequences for you not fulfilling your duties. But I have to just make myself, like I said, it all just boils down to just being uncomfortable, putting yourself in a position where there's going to be a direct consequence for your actions if you don't fulfill the things you need to fulfill, for me to be consistent. So that's basically the realization, the solution I came to for, if I ever get inconsistent, I realize, nigga, if I don't get on my shit, then this is going to happen. Or, this, y'all can apply this method for y'all too. Like, this could work for you. But I don't know. I'm just talking right now. I'm just like chatting right now, fool. So, man, I just wanted to just make this just to say that acknowledge my inconsistency and like acknowledge how that this is gonna be like kind of like a reference. Like if I ever get off track, the things I need to do, like for example, working out or YouTube or meditating or my skincare routine. If I be inconsistent in these departments, I know there's gonna be a direct consequence of me not doing the shit I need to do, because I'm gonna end up facing the consequences. So yeah, that's basically the whole video. Appreciate your God damn it, I'm just ending this shit. Damn it, I can't even speak no more, bro. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gone.